the destiny of millions around the world. The vision that created legends out of brave men and women. The vision that empowered and created the global superstars. This is the story of the world's fastest growing MMA promotion. This is the story of Brave Combat Federation. And it holds the largest MMA market share in Asia. It's the symbol of a nation's pride and greatness. The greatness doesn't end here. The thrive continues with the global domination to change the sport of MMA from event business to sports business. To transform the MMA sports ecosystem. Brave CF will continue its legendary journey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 2022 MMA Super Cup, hosted here in the beautiful city of Manama, Kingdom of Bahrain. A true meeting of nations and regions where the first nation to reach 5 victories will advance to the semi-finals. And we have arrived at the final bracket, the final fights that will lead us to the championships later on this week. So as these are the final fights coming up, the time has come. Ladies and gentlemen, I say, prepare yourself for action! All right, and first, let us welcome out the 2 final teams of this tournament. First out, let's welcome out the host nation, Team Bahrain! Team Bahrain is represented by, at 56.7 kilograms, Aisha Hamosh Bertozo. At 61.2 kilograms, Bianca Basilio at 61.2 kilograms. Abdullah Mubarak at 65.8 kilograms. Haji Muhammad Ali at 70.3 kilograms. Gimbat Magomedov at 77.1 kilograms. Ramazan Gittinov at 83.9 kilograms. Sultan Omarov at 93 kilograms. Gaziev, and at 120.2 kilograms, Sultan Gazipov. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Team Bahrain. All right, but wait, there's more. We have the opposing team. Allow us, ladies and gentlemen, let's join together to welcome Team Tajikistan. Team Tajikistan is represented by Anisa Karimova at 61.2 kilograms. Shohona Gozieva at 61.2 kilograms. Akrom Uzikov at 65.8 kilograms. Bakhtior Husainov at 70.3 kilograms. Masud Odinayev at 77.1 kilograms. Jovidon Mahmudov at 83.9 kilograms. Khalid Tolibzoda at 93 kilograms. Abdullah Nazarov, and at 120.2 kilograms, Anvar Langachiev. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Team Tajikistan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin with the next fight, contested at 56.7 kilograms. Let's welcome out, representing the Kingdom of Bahrain, Isa Hamosh Bertozo. And allow us to welcome in her opponent, representing Team Tajikistan, Anisa Karimova. All right, with both fighters in the cage, let us commence with the final introductions. Fighting first out of the blue corner, representing Team Bahrain, Aiza Ramos Bertozo! And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Anisa Karimova! And the referee in charge of his contest is Jan Vobornik.
Back to the MMA Super Cup 2022, we welcome Bahrain and Tajikistan to the cage. Aiza Ramos Bertozo in the blue corner, her opponent Anisa Karimova in the red. Bertozo ranks as third female in the pound-for-pound rankings, having attained gold medals at both the 2021 Worlds and Europeans.
Oh, big shot right from the get-go, rattled the head.
Bertozo's got a great Muay Thai style. She'll pour out with that lead hand to charge the rear. Beautiful work.
Another great shot right down the pipe, into the clinch, into the takedown. Beautiful sequential fighting from Bertozo.
Karimova's got to get busy here. She's got to try and square her hips up to threaten submissions.
Momentarily was playing with that wrist control. Bertozo showing that she is not just a striker. Obviously coming from the Bahrain national team, they're infused with that beautiful wrestling style. Taking her time, methodically passing is Bertozo. Karimova doing a good job of trying to get back into the half-guard position, create a little bit of distance. Doing the right thing by getting down on the hip and turning in towards her opponent. Oh, seamless transition.
Bertozo top position now, side control. He's going to look to skip her knee across to the mount.
Like a hot knife through butter.
Beautiful textbook jiu-jitsu. Side control, half guard, pass, mount. Strikes are coming soon.
Educated crowd here in the stadium. Oh, there's the armbar.
Oh, that looks deep. Point of the elbow. She's gone belly down on it.
Karimova in dire trouble. She's going to try and move around the body here to try and change the angle on the hinge joint and the elbow.
Bertozo doesn't quite have full extension on it yet, but that elbow doesn't look safe yet, gentlemen.
If she can go belly down, there's going to be immense pressure through the arm. The referee's going to have to look on that arm. Looks like a precarious angle.
That looked seriously hyperextended. But let's talk about the toughness of Karimova. That looked deep. But then, Dean, you have to wonder how compromised might that arm be now.
Is that going to play a part if this goes later around the angle?
Snaps it on.
That was like a noose.
Bertozo now looking to squeeze the knees together, pull down on the head. She could also threaten the armbar in this position.
Just as you say.
Beautiful work.
Back
There's
to the arm.
hyperextension. Oh, this looks tight.
Again, switches to the triangle. If she could underhook the legs, she could get a little bit more leverage on this triangle.
You see it sometimes with athletes with longer legs. They get their full triangle position, but because their legs are so long, it makes it harder to constrict that space.
Compress, yeah.
She looked at her arm as she went into the corner. Karimova looked at her left arm.
That arm could be compromised. Two deep arm bars.
Take a look at the replay. Beautiful overhand right. Bertozo closing the distance into the takedown. And from here, she dragged Karimova away from the cage. As you said, methodically to the mount here, Kerik.
Then the strikes, then as the arm came up defensively, Jujigatame is just textbook jiu-jitsu.
It was the switch to the triangle. She did all the right things. She said she could have unhooked the leg to get a bit of bigger angle, but I mean, you can see here that Karimova was not in too much trouble because she was throwing those hammer fists down.
Doctor's in having a look at the arm, gentlemen. We could see a doctor stoppage here. Oh, that bicep looks a little bit off.
She nodded and said she's okay to go. What a warrior. Yeah, she's ready to
Oh,
go.
fantastic.
That's what you need. There's a real fighters, ladies and gentlemen. Tajikistan always delivering. One of the up-and-coming nations as well, Tajikistan. They really improved in the wrestling. We've seen them really, really come to fruit in this competition. And previous ones as well.
And he's just going to want to employ that wrestling. She wants to get on top of her opponent and quickly.
That classic Thai stance there from Bertozo. Just those pawing, reaching hands. That's a stiff jab. Oh, look low, went high with the kick.
Karimova making use of it, coming towards the cage, going to get the hip toss. And again, she's going to look to pass the mount.
This is a fantastic fight, gents.
Tajikistan ranked 12 at the senior national team level after a debut in the IMAF. We're likely to continue to climb as well. The breakout newcomers of 2021, now continuing into 2022. And already we've seen the grit and determination from Karimova.
She's going to need to try and angle herself off that cage if she wants to hit the sweep with that butterfly hook she has in.
Aliza showed superior balance. She showed a superior takedown, and I think she's shortly going to show superior guard passing.
May just try and push down on that knee to pass.
Karimova doing a great job of utilizing the overhook there with the left arm, preventing the postural ability of Bertozo to come up, to land the strikes, to pass the guard.
If Bertozo can just roll that wrist inside and get herself free, she'd be able to use that offensively. Just happy to peer down at her opponent, land some big strikes.
Pass to half, maybe baseball slide coming.
Bertozo looking to slice that right knee forward. She
Watch for Aliza's left knee. There it goes. Could have gone either to the near or the far side.
Trying to get that arm again.
Punches are coming.
And she might opt to stay in the top position here, given that Karimova was very, very tough in that arm power position. She could switch it to the end of the round. Might go for it towards the end of the round, the dying seconds, but she might look to stay in the top position here.
If she does it at the latter stages, last couple of seconds of the round, she's not necessarily sacrificing the position. It would be very intelligent.
20 seconds left on the clock. Big punches.
Huge shot. Framing off the face. That is quality ground and pound. Just riding out the back.
Oh, look at the sweep from Karimova into the top position. And you could never count out Tajikistan. They come here to perform. They come here to win.
That arm's giving her a lot of problems. She just grimaced as she went back to her corner. There you see that huge hip toss from Bertozo. And this is just a different level of fighting we've seen compared to the other female fights we've had tonight. There's a more methodical, workmanlike approach to it.
With power as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And vicious intent, and then correct technique. We saw the hyperextension of the arm. I mean, look at this ground and pound. She frames on the face. She's up nice and high, away from the hips to prevent Karimova from bucking up. See there, she just it's kind of like riding a horse. She feels it, she carries on going. But this was the sweep at the end from Karimova. I mean, brilliant job to get on the top position at the end of the round, but still.
The big question in my mind right now is Aliza going to turn it up? She handily won the first 2 rounds. Is she going to continue doing that, or is she going to bring it to her next level?
Bertozo's got some great power, so Karimova's going to have to be careful about that. If she wants to get in, she's got to punch her way and move the head.
This is a fantastic jab, just pops it right out. Oh, body, head to the head again.
That worked so well, expect to see it again.
Everything Bertozo seems to throw is landing here. Credit to Karimova, she's constantly throwing back.
Side leg kick. That return fire, that was a lot more vicious.
They're just different, aren't they? Just come with a different ferocity from Bertozo.
She does a good job of charging her hips into it, though. She's got a Muay Thai kind of background, but she fires the hips around with the punches and the kicks.
Turns over beautifully on it,
Yeah,
chops
much
that
like
leg right in.
swinging like a baseball bat. Oh, teep to the body.
Oh, beautiful, just sneaking that hook in round past the guard. Big overhand too.
Nice fake too. Actually look down at the ground, try and get the opponent's eyes down. Come over the top of the big shot.
Bertozo looking to use the jab for the distance. Might turn that into a takedown shot from Karimova.
Good heavy hips from Bertozo.
She might look to take the back here. She's going to have to clear the arm. She does it. Beautiful work. Look for her to get the hooks in now. She's got to get the inside of the legs on the inside of the hips of her opponents to put the heels to the hips.
Using strikes to create spaces for herself. Chooses to sit back on it, both hooks in.
45 seconds left to work in this third round.
Mount, of course, is an extremely dominant position. Back mount is even worse.
Bertozo with those strikes, she's trying to hide that sneaky left arm there underneath the chin. She's trying to distract. Karimova did a great job of controlling the wrist.
Needs to try and go 2-on-1 on that arm.
The smile on Bertozo's face. She's looking for the choke here. 10 seconds left in the round.
Not quite under the jaw.
Karimova trying to make it out the last. She does it. But what a dominant performance from Bertozo.
And as well, huge respect to Anisa Karimova for hanging tough every second, every minute of every round.
Thunderous leg kick from Bertozo. There's that overhand right that she was setting up. She went to the body and then she looked to turn that into a trip, which prompted the shot. Heavy hips, she sprawled and immediately took the back here. Some nice ground and pound from the back position. Scoring points, trying to hide the choke, but she didn't get it. But look at this left hand, straight, right, just whistle past and miss. Big teep.
And I like that Bertozo throughout the course of that fight never rushed her work en route to what's surely a fantastic victory.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score of about 30-27 in favor of your fighter in the blue corner, representing Bahrain, Aiza Hamos Bertozo!
We are watching a race to 5 wins, and Bahrain has the first one.
All right, let's keep this train rolling. Let us welcome in the next athlete representing the Kingdom of Bahrain, Bianca Basilio! And let's welcome in her opponent from Team Tajikistan, Shohona Gozieva! All right, with both fighters inside the cage, let's head over to the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing the Kingdom of Bahrain, Bianca Basilio! And her opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Shohona Gozieva! And your referee in charge of this contest is Vusal Bayramov.
61.2 kilograms, Bianca Basilio in the blue corner. Her opponent, Shohona Gozieva, in the red corner. And Basilio, a decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, ADC champion 2017, 2019, 6-time world champ, 4-time world pro champ, 7-time Pan American champ. So she's been on the mats, queen of the mats they call her.
So what you're telling me is she's pretty good then?
Indeed, she is, but she's striking at the moment. There's the level change. She's going to drag this one down to the ground, look for her to methodically improve her position and hunt for the submission.
And this is the deep watch, so quickly into the mounted position. And when someone's a celebrated jiu-jitsu player, they know how to distribute their weight evenly. And a 61-kilo female fighter could feel like 90 kilos to the person on the bottom.
Purpose of these strikes here is primarily to set up a submission, to try and get the opponent to make a mistake, like you see right there with the arm coming up.
May be switching their Kimura momentarily.
She's got to be careful about switching for the arm bars on the side because the cage currently is going to separate there. She's going to go for the arm bars. A little bit more difficult to finish up against the cage. Now she's got the space.
That's it. That's it.
Top. Beautiful work. Bianca Basilio, the queen of the mat, with a submission early on in the first round. She's going to edge a win for Bahrain.
Just like that, so quickly into the mount. Used the strikes brilliantly to set up the submission. What she did, it was so subtle. She was against the cage. She didn't have full extension. Readjusted ever so slightly and gets that beautiful armbar.
Ireland, Mexico, and Kazakhstan have made it through the draw. We've got Tajikistan and the Kingdom of Bahrain fighting for that final position. It is a race to 5 wins, and Bahrain is up 2-0.
Take a look at the replay here. Take this out, Phil. Like you said, she adjusted away from the cage. Just enough space. Look at that little switch.
Yeah, that's so subtle, but just shows her grappling intelligence.
Bayramov has called a stop to this contest at just 1 minute and 3 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner via armbar, fighting out of a blue corner from Team Bahrain, Bianca Basilio. All right, let's continue with the next fight. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that the first team to reach 5 victories will automatically advance to the semifinals. Now, introducing next, representing Team Bahrain, Abdullah Mubarak. And let us welcome in his opponent, representing Team Tajikistan, Akrom Uzikov.
Gentlemen, how do you like those ears?
That's a guy you do not want to get into a fight with if you see him in a bar.
If you want to know how good somebody's jiu-jitsu is, you can ask them what their belt is, or you can look at the ears. That tells the truth.
Well, Akrom's 1-1 on the IMF platform, reached day 2 of the Worlds, and he's 29 years old, so he's one of the oldest team members for Tajikistan. It'll be evident from the time he spent on the mat.
With both fighters in the cage, let's go to the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing Team Bahrain, Abdullah Mubarak. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Akrom Uzikov. And the referee in charge of his contest is Kevin David.
$61.2 kilograms, Abdullah Mubarak in the blue corner. His opponent, Akrom Uzikov, in the red. And we noticed the ears of Akrom coming into the cage. Let's see if
From that, you would kind of infer that he's going to try and clinch to take down, to grapple.
Yeah, he's going to look for the takedown, but he's got to set up with the hands. You can see here from the fakes and feints, he's well versed in the grappling. He likes to load with the slips.
Solid kick to the body. Mubarak kind of dipped into that a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see if that's a tell that Uzikov has picked up on.
Mubarak, a 2019 bronze medalist, 2021 World Cup Prague bronze as well. So he's definitely got the credentials.
Nice stiff jab from Uzikov. I like the feints he's throwing, trying to get Mubarak to bite on them. Oh! I think he's seen something in that head kick. Mubarak with the clinch.
Uzikov with the whizzer, looking to control the left arm.
Just trying to clamp down on that and maybe sneak out to his right side.
There's a little giraffe fight against the cage where each athlete vies to get his head in an advantageous position relative to the other one. Abdullah Mubarak is winning that giraffe fight.
Nice level change from Mubarak. Dropped the head to hide that overhand right combination.
Elicited the smile from Uzikov, which in mixed martial arts usually means something got through.
Mubarak is crafty as well. He'll lure you into a false sense of security and then immediately counter or change levels, as we've seen before. You know, just when you think you've got him beat, he springs back into life.
Takedown. Good defense.
Very adroitly stopped.
Both guys clearly respect one another's abilities. No one rushing in, no one doing anything hastily. Everything's done with malice aforethought.
Abdullah Mubarak very perfectly managing the distance between the two of them so that he's got just enough time to see a shot coming in, a kick coming in, or a takedown attempt. Then at his leisure, he can come in, try and attack in his own.
And on the single leg, Uzikov may try and take a step back and run the pipe on this.
They're trying to drop down to pick that ankle for the double leg. That's why you see here the camera angle, the left arm controlling the right arm of Mubarak. He's controlling that arm to prevent the clasp with the leg, the ankle. Good show of sportsmanship early in the round.
Good sportsmanship, great fight so far.
Very close round the call, gentlemen.
Yeah, and again, the Bahraini team and the Tajikistan team, I mean, they've got some great fighters, excellent pedigree of fighters. There's going to be some real exciting fights here in this bracket. A few top standouts from Tajikistan, absent due to injuries, which has produced many hurdles bringing the team together. But now with several newcomers, we'll see in a show.
It also gives those newer fighters an opportunity to perform on the world stage and kind of cement their place within the team. Combat Federation Super Lightweight World Champion Eldar Eldarov, head coach of Team Bahrain, in the corner of Mubarak.
Eldarov, of course, a well and truly formidable presence. If you're a little down, he'll bring you up. If you're a little out of control, too high, he'll bring you right down to exactly where you want to be.
Tajik gloves here to see if we see more urgency from Abdullah. Faking and feigning here, trying to gauge that left out. Let's see if he tries to come over the top with the overhand right. There's the uppercut.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Now again, change of positions. Now Uzikov.
Impressed with Uzikov's speed, given he's 29 years old, among the older athletes here. He's got great speed and he ties his punches and kicks together with the takedowns very well.
Akram trying a little bit of a herky-jerky attack, popping in, popping out, going side to side. So far has not been particularly successful.
You see what I mean? He threw the head kick and immediately comes in for the single. Gets the clasp a hold of the leg here, could turn it into a high crotch. Could potentially now circle around to his left side. Again, he's switching between the double leg as well. He's just throwing up so many avenues for Abdullah to deal with.
Good defense from Mubarak. Again, has that wrist control, trying to control the level of Uzikov, trying to bring that up.
Abdullah Mubarak not trying any takedowns of his own, but employing extremely good takedown defense thus far. That defense, of course, is what allows him to do what he wants to do, which is stand and bang.
Nice little foot stomp there from Uzikov. Something you don't really see a lot in mixed martial arts nowadays. Good reversal of position from Mubarak. Does he have the double underhooks, or is it 50-50? May go for the backside trip.
Uzikov now in the defense mode, looking to come to make a statement against Bahrain, who are the number 2 ranked senior team.
Oh, big swing from Mubarak. Oh, that was beautiful. Just lulled Mubarak into sitting down on his punches. Ducked underneath, scores a beautiful takedown.
Hard to take people down in mixed martial arts, harder to keep them there. The big danger, of course, is when you come off the floor. It's when you're most likely to get your back taken.
Abdullah did the right thing there. He tried to switch out that position, but it was Uzikov's just spatial awareness that allowed him to maintain the top position here. He's going to look to try and drag Abdullah away from the cage.
Takedown in and of itself no longer has very much significance in mixed martial arts. Under the refined understanding of the unified rules, you got to cause damage. That's what we're seeing with those knees to the legs, however.
Just trying to shelf that leg, get the takedown. Mubarak showed good balance. He's eating some shots here.
Oh, some heavy shots at the end of the round again. Very innovative takedown there from Uzikov. Let's see the replay of that. Tried to stick his legs behind his opponent with the body lock. Uzikov, for me, is more responsive. He's able to tie his attacks together. Look at this head kick, and then look at the way he changes his levels immediately in for the single leg.
Yeah.
Very responsive. Oh, beautiful uppercut there from Abdullah.
I'm not the referee, of course, but right now I have this bout at 19-19. I believe whoever wins this round wins the fight.
It's going to come down to who has more in the tank, who wants it more.
Oh, nice right hand there from Abdullah. He's got a great defense with that head kick as well. He's just playing a game of catch up with the level changes. Nice foot stomps there by Uzikov.
Abdullah needs to go back to successfully managing the distance between them, particularly staying out of that clinch where he has not been notably successful. He's got to stay on the outside, circle, land big shots with that amazing speed of his.
Nice stiff jab, as you said, that quickness and that speed. And again, jab into the takedown. Good level change from Mubarak. He finds himself pressed against the cage. Not the position he wants to be in the third round.
Uzikov very responsive. Utilization of the fast twitch fibers as well. Enables him to get in this position. He's going to look to drag Abdullah away from the cage. Abdullah trying to stuff that head to get back to his feet. What he's got to try and do is clear one leg and one arm to plant on the floor to get back to his feet.
Has wrist control. Let me try and sneak up a triangle. Posting on the arm. Has to be wary of giving up his back. So sometimes it's a pick your poison. You do get up, but it's at the risk of giving up your back.
So when he gets to his feet now, he's got to circle towards his opponent, trying to face him. Circle that right arm all the way around and try and obtain the whizzer on the left arm of Uzikov.
I'm loving those little foot stomps.
That's what he needed. Now he's going to look to pummel. It's all about head position here. And then double underhooks is going to be his friend in this position.
Trying to dig in on his left side. Uzikov is like a dog with a bone. Absolutely relentless with that grappling pressure.
Oh, beautiful trip. Uzikov in the top position. Got a minute and 10 seconds to work here.
Again, trying to stuff that wrist down, but Uzikov very, very strong in this position. It's the quintessential shutdown style of grappling, completely preventing your opponent from getting off any offense.
Not probably the direction Mubarak wants to turn in. Turning away like that is a guaranteed back take.
The story of this round has pretty much been Mubarak in defensive mode throughout.
That's what we're seeing from Tajikistan, the level of wrestling, the innate ability to control and smother and frustrate. Yeah, it is debilitating as well, mentally, to keep getting taken down every time you get back to your feet. He's got to contend with the punches now. Beautiful work from Abdullah. That's what he needs. Foot on the gas now. Abdullah stalking Uzikov down, double leg. Guillotine potentially from Abdullah, but Abdullah pulled the love to see at the end, and he gets clear. Yeah. He's hunting for the finish.
Two dear friends embrace on the IMAF mat.
Take a look at the replay here. There was the separation. Look at the way he bites down on his mouthpiece. Swings forward. Hit nothing but air, but it's the intent there that pushed Uzikov backwards. That was a beautiful takedown, turn the corner to the top position. Uzikov with the back, with the knees as well to the back of the leg.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this fight 30-27 in favor of your winner. Fighting out of the red corner and representing Tajikistan, Akram Uzikov.
Tajikistan now has a win on the board. Standings are 2-1 in the race to 5.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with the next bout. Introducing next, representing Team Bahrain, Haji Muhammad Ali. And let's welcome in his opponent, representing Team Tajikistan, Bakhtiar Husainov. With both fighters in the cage, let's commence the final introductions of this bout. 3 rounds contested at 70.3 kilograms. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Kingdom of Bahrain, Haji Muhammad Ali. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Bakhtiar Husainov. And the referee in charge of this contest is Scott Manhart.
Haji Muhammad Ali in the blue corner, Bakhtiar Husainov in the red. Husainov, a familiar face in the Tajikistan team. He's represented his nation in all 3 2021 events, taking bronze from every tournament. Husainov is relishing the opportunity to represent his nation in what will be a completely new format for the featherweight.
Haji Muhammad Ali looks absolutely huge for the weight class, the size of that man's legs.
Well, this is the format as well of the tournaments. They could potentially cut weight every day. You know, imagine that toll on the body, like physically as well as mentally.
You wonder when it gets to the point of diminishing returns if you're doing that over, say, a 3-day, 4-day, 5-day period.
But also attests to the character as well. You've got to be a tough person and a kind of committed person to be able to do that over the days.
We all know how horrible the experience of cutting weight is, so to have to do that in consecutive days speaks volumes to someone's mental fortitude.
Yeah, to be on a diet as well, you know, be in the hotel with all the nice food around, cakes, but they're still on point, still come here to perform. It's admirable.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Nice work. Haji Muhammad Ali tries to go for the takedown, could end up getting his back taken here. Oh, does well to correct. Big, heavy hips.
Haji Muhammad Ali knows now that he can take his opponent down. He just needs to make a couple of adjustments to keep him down.
Dominant pressure, holding on to the cage there. He's going to get a warning from the referee. He's going to try and connect the hands and avoid the cheese grater.
Nice knee pop to break the grip there from Husainov. Trying to pull down on that whizzer. If he can get the underhook and almost steering wheel to get himself out, just as he's doing. Oh, big dump takedown.
Legs are shelved. Here comes the shots.
Looks like he might try and dive on the guillotine here, just adjusting the arms. Can't knee to the head, as this is unified amateur rules.
Could potentially shoot the Darce here or the Anaconda. And it must be tight because that prompted Bakhtiar to let go of that single leg attempt. He's chasing it again now.
Good job defending the takedown by Husainov there. But the clinch grip of Haji Muhammad Ali is incredible. Beautiful strikes by Husainov there. Haji Muhammad Ali did a great job of just ducking underneath to complete his own takedown.
Again, that importance to have a wrestling base, to be able to call on it when you need it in a fight. To be able to threaten that as well can shut down your opponent's striking game in itself.
Yeah, psychologically, the wrestler kind of holds the cards to where the fight plays out. But every fight does start standing, gentlemen.
Bakitor said he is proud to represent Tajikistan in the MMA Super Cup in Bahrain. He wants to fight in the Super Cup team as a new experience, and in the future he wants to be fighting for Brave and become the Brave champion.
IMAF competition, the likes of the Super Cup, is a fantastic pathway. Just look at the career trajectory of the likes of Shori Torres, the likes of Mohamed Mokayev, Abdul Hussein.
He's got a tough test in front of here, Muhammad Ali. Particularly with the wrestling, some nice knees, looking for the separation, going to control the wrist. The key is that right arm. He's trying to dive that shoulder. There we go. Pummels the right arm in.
Yep.
Oh, gives up the top position now. Muhammad Ali looking to.
Needs to be wary of the back of the head.
He's looking to force those hips forward. You can see the way he's almost kind of riding the legs.
Putting hip pressure on it, yep.
He could force that for the ground and pound or to go to the mount.
Realised he didn't have the mount and just rode it out into side control. May try and push an arm down here for the crucifix. These are big shots coming in.
Referee taking a look here. That should prompt Muhammad Ali to put the pressure on, given the referee's looking to see if Bakitor is intelligently defending himself.
The strength of Muhammad Ali. It's almost Chael Sonnen-esque in its application. Maintain the position, land the constant strikes.
Great adjustment there from Muhammad Ali. Picked up the ankle to try and put Bakitor on top of his back. He's going to use the head snap to take the back. Beautiful work.
Again, it's the way he just rides out the difficult position. If he's not comfortable in one position, he just rides it out into a position he is comfortable with.
For the ankle again. Exposes the back.
Hasn't tried to get the hooks in at any stage. Has had the opportunity a couple of times where he's used that seatbelt to rock his opponent forward, but hasn't got the hooks in.
I cannot emphasize enough how hard it is to ride like this and throw punches at the same time. Holding an opponent down of this caliber for this length of time is a remarkable occurrence.
That's a good point, Carrick. I think that's why he's holding this back position and he's not gone for the hooks, because he doesn't give Bakitor the opportunity to escape. He's all about control here, maintaining this position. He's staying heavy, he's lacing the arms, he's using the strikes.
Yep.
He maneuvers to the back as well to control the hips. He's sprawling at this point in time here, but he'll always look to circle. Use the head snap to drag him back down to the ground and immediately circle and take the back.
Very
Absolutely
dominant
incredible round for Haji Muhammad Ali. Made some adjustments, took his opponent down, and that's what you're supposed to do in mixed martial arts when you take somebody down. You're supposed to create impact. Simply taking somebody down, spending some time, hoping a submission opportunity presents itself, does not play heavily in the judge's favor.
Take a look at the replay here. Muhammad Ali in the side control position. Bakitor very responsive though, always looking to get out of this position, always trying to make it difficult for Muhammad Ali to establish the hooks.
Getting taken down like that is exhausting. Getting a ride like that is exhausting, and being hit at the same time is absolutely brutal. Bakhtiar Husainov had a full minute to recover. That's not a lot of time when you're going through an attack like he sustained.
Oh, beautiful entry into the single.
Just absolutely phenomenal MMA wrestling.
Blanket wrestling, isn't it?
Bakhtiar knew it was coming, still couldn't stop it. Control sustained, arm will get pulled free, and that arm's going to start striking.
Always the danger of the sweep here, could turn into a leg lock, gives up his back again.
But again, expertly just rides out the position. I like that he's all about consolidating and solidifying the position before he does anything with regards to the strikes.
Gittinov looking over to his corner here for some advice. He's got to try and clear that lace there on the left leg, trapped at this point in time.
Thought Muhammad Ali was setting up a head-on triangle there. Husainov was wise to it.
Oh, he's knocked him out. This is dangerous now. Watch for Muhammad Ali to regain control of his arms and posture up, rain down his punches in this position. Oh, he's going to skip to side control. That's interesting. Might favour the crucifix.
Every time Husainov looks like he's maybe getting a little bit of space, he just gets dragged back down. It's as dominant a grappling display as we've seen today, gentlemen.
Look at that head pressure. He just skips to side control effortlessly. And straight back to mount. Looking to threaten the punches here as well. Nice hammer fists.
If you're Husainov, you're thinking to yourself, what do I need to do to get this guy off me?
It's difficult with such a dominant wrestler on top. You've got to try and create those nuances.
Working the body beautifully as well. Just everything done with intent, no wasted energy. Not giving Husainov any time to settle in and even think about what he should do next. Just switching seamlessly from side control to the mount to scarf.
25 seconds left on the clock here. Muhammad Ali just controlling this top position.
And also what that does in the eyes of the referee, switching those constant positions, it shows the referee that you're trying to progress, that you're trying to do something different, therefore you can stay in that dominant position.
Crowd here at the arena. A dominant performance by Muhammad Ali. Definitely, I'll be back there and he's edging up. The judges scored not in his favour. And the wrestling for mixed martial arts as well is key. Positional awareness in the top position as well. Securing the mount, going to the side control position. Textbook stuff. Take a look at the replay here. Nice low single. Turns the corner, charges the shoulder forward as well. Great body shots as well by Muhammad Ali. He utilised every position to his favour.
To go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All three judges score about 29-28 in favor of your victor. Fighting out of a blue corner and representing Team Bahrain, Haji Muhammad Ali.
Bahrain is now up 3-1. They have 5 more fights to try to get 2 more wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your next fighter to the cage, representing Team Bahrain, Gimbat Magomedov. And let's welcome his opponent representing Team Tajikistan, Masoud Odinayev! All right, with both fighters inside the cage, let's go ahead with the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team Bahrain, Gimbat Magomedov! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Masoud Odinayev! And the referee in charge of his contest is Derek Odov.
70.3 kilograms. Gimbat Magomedov in the blue corner. Masoud Odinayev in the red.
You know, if somebody has the name Magomedov, that they're going to be a dangerous entity inside the confines of a cage.
Yeah, he boasts the 2021 World Cup gold and the 2021 World Championships bronze medal.
There's some legit credentials and showing straight away why he's considered one of the best amateurs in the world right now. Didn't quite get the takedown because he was impeded by the cage, but did a good job not to get mounted himself.
Masoud Odinayev on the outside doing a great job of staying heavy here, pummeling for the underhooks. He's going to gain him the control of the body, also allow him to grasp a hold of the legs with both hands.
Both fighters battling for the dominant position. Odinayev in the top position now.
Yeah, he utilised a great trip. He was using some circular motion to try and evade, but in that instance, he used it for the trip to get the takedown. Now finds himself trying to expose the back here.
Magomedov trying to turn defense into attack and on a double leg of his own. The real story of Bahrain versus Tajikistan has been the dominance of wrestling.
Odinayev trying to pour out with that jab. Makes its mark. He's trying to hide that left hook as well. Gauging the distance with the lead hand. Trying to catch the leg for the takedown. Nice right hand.
Oh, beautiful check hook.
Odinayev find it a little bit difficult to find a rhythm here in this fight so far. Nice knee, close range.
Takedown at this stage of the first round would be definitive for either man.
Odinayev looking for the same trip now, but Magomedov has made the adjustment not to put too much weight off that left leg as he circles.
Very tightly contested first round. I'd say fairly even with regards to the wrestling, but we'll give a slight striking edge to Magomedov.
Take a look at the replay here. It's a beautiful leg kick. Odinayev just turned into a takedown by Magomedov. It was the trip, Odinayev. That was the one he tried later on in the fight. Magomedov was wise to it. Round 2. MMA Super Cup, Bahrain and Tajikistan. Magomedov from Bahrain in the blue corner.
Second
Odinayev
time,
in the
same
red.
technique, very impressive. Caught that low
Yep.
kick, followed it to the ground.
Oh, that's a good straight, or a good jab, sorry, from Odinayev. Seems to have a little bit more impetus behind his strikes in the start of this second round. Oh, beautiful hook and a straight to follow.
But Magomedov needs to show just a little bit more footwork. He's standing a little too flat-foot in front of his opponent, paying a heavy price for it.
These shots are getting through.
Magomedov frantically working for the takedown here. Look at the circle to the back. Good use outside and inside trips here, as well as body locks. He wants to try and get that left leg behind.
And shelf the leg of his opponent to pull
almost
him
like
down,
you put a table and push your friend over the table. He wants to, then he'll circle round to the left side. He's have to create a trip hazard with his left leg behind the body of his opponent. Referee asking for some more action. Oh, beautiful work.
Odinayev has done a great job of turning the
Chokes in
takedowns.
place.
Is he underneath the chin with one hook in?
Difficult to see from our vantage point here. Looks like he's underneath the chin. Thumb up from Magomedov.
Can't quite see what grip he
Opponent's
has
a little
on
too
it.
high.
Quite a bit of blood coming out of the nose of
He's edging
Magomedov.
back.
Yeah, there's some damage to that nose. It's going to make it a little bit harder for him to breathe, and there's some more damage coming through from Odinayev.
Odinayev needs, again, to be wary of crossing the feet in that position. Very tightly contested fight here.
This is where Odinayev needs to think about mat returns here. He was looking to circle around to his right side, but the cage stopped him. So he wants to charge his opponent's head down to the floor to mat return, then look to circle and take the back here. He's got to clear that left arm of Magomedov. That's in his way. It's a bollard in his way here. You see, every time he circles round, that left arm goes up and prevents the back take. As soon as he clears it now, he's in a position to take down here. Could bump Magomedov off the cage and pull him towards the mid-center of the cage to finish this takedown.
That is a leaky nose from Magomedov. I wonder in between rounds how much of an impediment that's going to be. Cut team will get in, clean him up as best as possible, but if he has to breathe through his mouth and it's a little bit slack, it's more susceptible to getting chinned.
Also, his cardio is going to be affected. You know, he can't
Yeah,
suck
for
in
sure.
as much oxygen if that nose is compromised. And that's why you're seeing Odinayev, target that nose.
Potentially a round apiece, gentlemen.
Yeah, an interesting fight. I mean, you could definitely lean towards Odinayev there from a damage point of view, from a control point of view. If we take a look at the replay here.
Beautiful little foot sweep.
That could have been the one that damaged the nose.
Big deep breaths being sucked in by Magomedov.
Nice handiwork there from Odinayev. He's got to be careful about those kicks where he's got to retract them nice and quick to prevent the takedown.
But Magomedov needs to collect himself and come out firing, but firing carefully.
Cut team did a great job of cleaning up that nose. You wonder if it gets touched again, will it open up?
Oh,
The shot's coming a little bit more laboured from Magomedov.
Odinayev winds that right hand out, then immediately just snaps it in the face, looking to re-damage that nose, promote the blood flow of Magomedov.
Magomedov is hoping a kick comes in so he can catch it and take his opponent down to the ground, but one may not be forthcoming. Yep.
A little bit more of a laboured approach as well from Magomedov. He seems a little bit tired.
Yeah, his
there's
punches.
an eye poke.
Little accidental eye poke.
Yeah, the punches from Magomedov are just coming that little bit slower, that little bit more laboured.
Fighters being directed to a neutral corner. Corners are being directed not to talk with their fighter. Condition of the eye is being assessed.
Take a look at the replay here. The hand goes out. Oh, definitely, yeah, the right fingers from Magomedov went into the eye. But he seems good to go. I don't know, I'm still confident enough to fire those kicks, but I like the way he's whipping low and he's bringing them back quick.
Realised that going to the body will result in the kick being caught. He's doing some great work with his hands. Magomedov's dipping the head down ever so slightly when those punches come in. So if Odinayev becomes wise to that and lands a big uppercut.
Odinayev very patient on the outside. These hands are getting through a beautiful leg kick.
Oh, the right hand, he wobbled him! But what powers of recovery from Magomedov?
This is where Odinayev's got to put a foot on the gas. Look at that beautiful right hand. He's got to put a foot on the gas here and charge. But also he's got to be careful of the takedown.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, these shots are landing big for Odinayev.
Referee's watching very, very carefully.
He's seeing what the equilibrium, what the disposition, the legs are like of Magomedov.
This is what Magomedov needs to slow down the pace and negate the damage he's been taking.
Does he have enough in the tank to complete a takedown?
And has Odinayev done enough damage to steal this round? As long as he can defend the takedown and not get taken down here. He's got to sprawl nice and heavy. He's got to try and break the grip of the hands here of Magomedov. Referee looking on.
And that nose has been busted wide open again. Pinpoint accuracy with the shots from Odinayev.
Odinayev very heavy. Nice sprawl. Oh, gives up the back. Shakes him off. Back to the feet. 9 seconds of the round. And what a fight between Bahrain and Tajikistan.
Gentlemen, I think we could see these fights go right down to the wire. Magomedov definitely wearing the fight more on his face.
The replay, look at that right hand charge down, and he landed that multiple times. You can see the nose giving a bit of trouble, and the heavy leg kick as well.
Oh,
he
that's a
sold that
beautiful
right
shot.
hand, beautiful. Look at that, straight down the pipe. He sold the hands enough that allowed him to fire that low kick with a little bit more vicious intent. He didn't bring it back as much as he was before.
And as you said, he was throwing the low kick as opposed to the body kick. The body kick was more likely to get caught. So great adjustments and reads being made throughout the course of the fight by Odinayev.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. They score of a fight 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 in favor of your winner. Out of the red corner, representing Tajikistan, Odinayev.
Showing again why they are fastly becoming the breakout newcomers, cementing their place in the IMF tournaments.
All right, let's move right ahead with our next bout. Introducing first, representing Team Bahrain, Ramazan Gittinov. And let us welcome his opponent to the cage, representing Team Tajikistan, Javidan Mahmudov. Both fighters in the cage, let us begin the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team Bahrain, Ramazan Gittinov. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Javidan Mahmudov. The referee in charge of this contest is Gaziev.
77.1 kilograms, Ramazan Gittinov in the blue corner. His opponent, Javidan Mahmudov, in the red.
Potentially 4 more fights to go in this event.
Four of the 5 fights we have so far have gone to decision, just showing how evenly matched these fighters are.
Ramzan was a little bit tense initially. Is it loosening up now? Starting to get into his rhythm.
Nice uppercut, just to try and find that range. And that's something you need to throw when you're facing a very competent wrestler, to let them know that there will be a threat. As this is under amateur rules, you cannot knee to the head, so it does give confidence to the wrestler.
That's the thing with the IMAF tournaments, is that it brings up the whole level of mixed martial arts. In the amateurs, you can't knee to the head, but on the contrary to that, you have to work your sprawl and ball tactics or your anti-wrestling, so you get better anyway by facing this level of competition, which perfectly enables you to go to the pro ranks.
Gittinov in on a takedown. Just trying to step over into the half guard. Doing a good job of landing ground and pound. Nice wrist control.
Gittinov, an expert in the top position. He'll stuff the hips, even from the open guard. He's happy to pummel the head in these positions. He'll often look to skip his hips up to the sky, as we're seeing here, and then try and lace the legs and walk to mount. Or exposes the back here.
That face shot hurt.
Yeah, you can see him kind of turn away and wince to protect himself. Body lock grip from Gittinov. One hook in, lets it go. Nice awareness.
Ramzan knows he hurt him. He's going to try and target that same spot again and again.
If he wants to get this to the ground as well, he'll use the mat return there, or he'll kick the back leg out and then circle round to his right side. There we go.
May try and get that backside trip, but Mahmudov knows what he needs to do. He tried to turn in towards Gittinov there, but Gittinov is just so strong. Trying to break the grip is Mahmudov. Again, you see he knows that he needs to turn in, but just can't break that vice-like grip.
Nice entry to the double leg from Gittinov. 10-second clapper goes. Optimum control from the top position. Devastating. Yeah, the head control is devastating.
You can already see a little bit of swelling underneath the left eye of Mahmudov.
Could have been that right hand that did the damage to that eye. Again, the ability for Gittinov to drop down that level, control from the top position, work the ground and pound as well. Like you said, that's the one he winced away from.
Very dominant round for Ramzan Gittinov. I would not be surprised if at least one of the judges calls that a 10-8 round rather than a 10-9.
Expert tile work there from Eldar Eldarov. Both men exchanging wild uppercuts. Oh, this is turning into a firefight.
We set up the anaconda here.
Yep, and on the grip, trying to hook the leg.
He's got
this
the leg.
Could be it.
That's it.
It's the top.
Beautiful work from Ramzan Gittinov. Secured the anaconda position, trapped the leg, used that opportunity to walk round to the head, squeeze the arms, and force the tap. Javid Mahmudov, check out the replay here.
Just digs right in, gets that arm underneath the armpit. Beautiful bicep grip, hooks the leg expertly, turns on the side, keeps his opponent nice and close, elicits the tap.
Big props to Jovidan Mahmudov. He could have tried to play a safe game, play in the outside, throw shots. He chose his ground, exchanged some shots. It didn't go his way, but as I said, big respect to both of these players. Bahrain has now 4 wins. They are 1 win away from moving forward in the bracket, along with Ireland, Mexico and Kazakhstan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, referee Manap Kabdiya has called a stop to this contest at just 18 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner via anaconda choke, fighting out of the blue corner and representing Bahrain, Ramazan Gittinov.
Emphatic win here from Gittinov and a very, very tight submission. Set up from the feet as well. I like dragged it down to the ground, utilized the angle to finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome in the next fighter to the cage, representing Team Bahrain, Sultan Omarov. And let's welcome in his opponent representing Team Tajikistan, Khalid Tolibzoda. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as Team Bahrain has 4 victories, with another victory, they will eliminate Tajikistan and advance to the semifinals. But first, introducing, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team Bahrain, Sultan Omarov. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Khalid Tolibzoda. And referee in charge of this contest is Sulaiman Mudian.
83.9 kilograms, Sultan Omarov in the blue corner, his opponent, Khalid Tolibzoda in the red. An interesting point here. Tolibzoda lost to Sultan on day 2 of the World Championships. Let's see if he can gain some redemption here.
Omarov also has the distinct responsibility of potentially being the fighter that then sends Bahrain through to the semi-finals. Little bit of a feeling out process to open the rounds.
Khalid's ready to throw some Green Hill leather.
Both guys look very calm and loose in there. Oh, big shot from Khalid. Omarov calling him on. So you say a little bit of histrionics in this fight, a little bit of needle perhaps.
Strategically, it's also very smart. If you think your opponent may have skills slightly superior to yours, turn into a dogfight.
Tolibzoda has definitely come into this one very confident. Coming out southpaw as well. Oh,
beautiful timing on that takedown. Use the early exchanges to get the read on Tolibzoda, duck underneath, get the takedown and establish dominant position. With 1 minute 30 left in the first round, what can Omarov do?
Tolibzoda looking for the Kimura. He could use this to sweep.
Yeah.
He can armbar as well, potentially take the back. He can Kimura also. But he's got to be careful because there is an armbar counter if Omarov can step that left leg over the head. Oh, this looks tight. He's using the shin there to try and break the grip. Figure 4 grip here for Tolibzoda.
And we've just been informed that should Bahrain win this bout, they will continue to fight for the full 9 fights. So we will get a full card of fights, gentlemen.
That's refreshing to hear, isn't it? They came here to fight. They don't want to cheat their opponent out of the preparation, the sacrifices. Yeah. Even though they know they're through to the next round, the semi-finals, they still want to come out here and perform on this world stage.
It gives all fighters the opportunity. Even the losing team, I still think it's important that they get the opportunity to show their wares. Tolibzoda, like a dog on a bone with that figure 4 grip.
That's the thing here. If he loses his figure 4, he gives up his back. What he's got to look to do here is try and roll into his opponent to finish this. There we go. Now he's got to try and pop the arm out, or he's going to use to get an ankle pick, but he might give up the bottom position here. He's got to try and switch that left arm around the right leg of Omarov for the single. Time runs out. What a great round, great fight. Well matched fight as well. Take a look at the replay here. There was the entry. It was a Kimura grip, figure 4. Used the shin there just to alleviate some pressure and potentially break the figure 4 grip there.
You see just that frenetic exchange there. Both guys landing the heavy letter, and that's what resulted in Omarov scoring that takedown.
Round 2. Tolibzoda in the red, Omarov in the blue. Now it's interesting in this tournament format. You can come against multiple opponents. Potentially you've seen before, potentially you haven't. And how much preparation has Omarov done with a southpaw opponent in his gym? Does he have someone like in his gym? Does he have someone to mimic the style?
It's very, very difficult. Being a southpaw myself, it's very, very difficult to find a southpaw training partner. There's very, very few of us around. But again, the thing with, especially the amateur game, the IMAF scene, the Super Cup, a fighter's different every time you see him. It's that constant evolution of their style.
So you just have to either have multiple game plans or just be so confident in your all-round ability to deal with whoever you're going to face.
Needs to be wary of the neck here.
Great wrestling work from Omarov. Promotes a clap from the crowd. Top position from Omarov now. He's going to look to try and get that right leg out. of the open guard here. He can secure the side control and then work the mount here.
If he can use the instep of his left leg just to push down on to give himself a little bit more space and prevent the guard pass. But again, he seems to be happy in that anchor position. The guard's wide open there of Tolibzoda. Partially closed half guard.
Tolibzoda trying to punch that left underhook. Now he's got it. Now the affordance here to get back to full guard or potentially to sweep. He's got to use the Upas. He's got to. Oh, he's given up the mount here.
Again, pick your poison.
Oh, he's giving up the back. He's getting flattened out. Omarov pouring the pressure
Nearly a
on.
minute left.
Huge strikes being landed. Referee taking a long, hard look at it. Rolls to his back, still mounted.
And Tolibzoda giving up the mount there to alleviate the pressure from the back. He's eating some heavy, heavy shots.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Good news for Khalid, elbows are not legal. Bad news, punches are legal.
May try, 10 seconds left, may try and roll for the armbar. Happy just to secure the position.
Take a look at the replay here. Big kick being initiated by Tolibzoda. Gamesmanship, overhand right misses from Omarov.
Kind of feels like Tolibzoda's trying to find that one big definitive strike, and in doing so he's leaving himself susceptible to the likes of the takedown here.
Gentlemen, Sultan Omarov is comfortably ahead. Does he keep trying what he's doing? Does he change a little bit, try and ride this round out without putting himself in any danger?
If it ain't broke, Carrick, don't fix it. You know, he has a game plan that's working for him. Why not continue to do that? He doesn't need to take any unnecessary risks. He's quite comfortably winning 2 rounds ahead, in my opinion.
Every fight starts standing to see if he can master this double leg. We know he's got a great shot. If he can tie that up with the strikes, he can hide it.
Try and beat Tolibzoda into sitting down on the punches. It's a dangerous game to play, but it has been effective so far for Omarov.
Omarov snatching the leg, risky business, firing the kick. Nice overhand right in the interim.
He wobbled him a little bit there.
Hit just behind the ear. That is the wobble button.
Messes with the equilibrium.
Tolibzoda biting down on the mouthpiece, looking to connect.
Trying to land those big, heavy one-punch knockout shots. It does deplete your gas tank because you're not hitting anything, you're hitting fresh air. Not a big swing and a miss.
Oh, nice counter from Tolibzoda. Now in the top position, he's got to be careful of the leg lock.
Sneaks out the back to Omarov.
There's a Kimura grip again. Sometimes called the Kimura trap, the affordance to sweep here. Take the back and submit. And also an armbar. Look for Tolibzoda to try and get that left wrist away from the inside of the leg. Now he can gain some sort of leverage. If it's attached to the hip there, he can use it to sweep. That's why you're seeing Omarov posture up and put more weight down on the hip. At this point here, Omarov can step round with his left leg over the head, switch round for the armbar.
Now transitioning into side control, and as you say, seems to be trying to work his way around. If he can step over the head for a bit more control.
I think just by threatening the armbar there, it forced Tolibzoda to retract that left arm in and kind of abandon the Kimura.
Final minute of the third and final round. Head-on triangle potential.
Referee is asking for some more action. So Omarov has got to be more tenacious with his guard passes or his strikes. Body head for Omarov.
Again, doing just enough to keep himself honest in the eyes of the referee.
But he's doing a great job here. He's in the top position. He's heard the 10-second clacker. He's going to posture up. He's controlling. He's maintaining the position. This is effective wrestling for mixed martial arts.
No question in my mind whatsoever, Bahrain moves forward in the bracket, but great news for the fans, great news for the fighters. We are going to have 2 more fights tonight between Bahrain and Tajikistan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I have been informed that we will proceed with the following 2 bouts regardless of the decision here. And as we have elapsed all 3 rounds, we do go to the judges ringside for their decision. They score of about 30-27, 30-27, and 30-27 all across the board for your winner. Fighting out of a blue corner, representing Bahrain, Sultan Omarov. So with that said, let's continue with our following matchups. Introducing next, representing Team Bahrain, Gaziev! And let's welcome his opponent to the cage, representing Team Tajikistan, Abdullah Nazarov! All right, let's continue with the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing Team Bahrain, Gaziev! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Abdullah Nazarov! And the referee in charge of this contest is Antonio Garcia.
Next up, 93 kilograms, Gaziev in the blue corner. His opponent, Abdullah Nazarov in the red. So we're underway, round one.
Tajikistan fighting for pride now, as Bahrain have already progressed. But like we were saying earlier, it's great to see that the Bahrain are continuing to fight. They're not taking an easy bye into the next round, not trying to conserve their fighters, protect their fighters, giving all the fighters an opportunity to perform on the world stage.
Gaziev now in the top position. Again, the blueprint for the wrestling for MMA. Stay top on the top position. Stay heavy. Use the head as well. Ground and pound to keep the ref happy. He's got to stay out the armbar submission, though.
I think the arms, the point of the elbow was safe, but it really is a hallmark of the Bahrain national team. This positional control, this keeping yourself honest with the strikes. Strike to clinch to take down. It's textbook MMA.
Nazarov pummeling the arms in, got the whizzer looking for the inside trip. Beautiful counter. Try to clear the leg now. Nice single leg from Gaziev.
The Tajikistan team has obviously made huge strides in this sport, but what we're seeing here is there's a big difference between 1 and 2 and 3.
Yeah, Gaziev championed at the 2021 Euros and came second place at the 2021 Worlds.
Nazarov does have the feet on the hips, trying to make something work, create angles for himself. Good job of elevating the legs above the point of the hips.
See, Gaziev digs the underhooks, uses that opportunity to circle, immediately threatens the takedown. Just a little more active with his wrestling. Potentially looking for a shoulder lock there.
Nazarov just overreaching a little bit too much with those strikes.
It could be another dimension as well. You know, we said the point that Bahrain are already through, so Tajikistan don't have anything to lose.
That's fair, yeah.
So maybe that's why he's throwing anything out there. And it can make for a more exciting fight.
Oh, he did land clean there.
Oh!
Those boys are just standing in the pocket, swinging and banging.
Heavy shots from Nazarov. He storms forwards and he's putting pressure on the Bahraini fighter.
Trying to claw back a little bit of nationalistic pride.
I love that ethos. Yeah. It's like come back with your shield or go out on it.
Yeah, absolute warrior mentality.
Yeah, they could have easily walked away, but Tajikistan's here to play, and so is Bahrain as well. They could be going through and going to rest right now as we take a look at the replay. It was that big overhand right. It's beautiful work right on the button. But it was the wrestling here for Gaziev.
Once again, just to give credit to the Bahrain team for continuing to get their fighters out there. Even when they had won, it's A wise man once said records are for DJs, and that's applicable in the amateurs, because this is where you gain your experience, this is where you learn your craft, then transition into the pros where your record is more important. Expect to see a burst from Nazarov at some stage.
Yeah, you see the way he's pushing the gloves here. He's trying to push his knuckles to the front of the glove, so when he does connect, he wants that to connect properly.
Doing a good job of defending the takedown.
Oh, nice shot there, single leg. He's going to run the pipe. Could look to switch to the double here. Body lock.
Digging in for that second underhook. Nazarov trying to push away at the hip. Nice little shoulder bump.
Oh, cage grab by Nazarov.
Gets punished for it.
Gaziev with the mat return, looking to knee the legs. Switch attempt by Nazarov.
Just big dump takedown. Both hooks in.
Straight to the back. Both hooks going to flatten him out. Could look for the finish here with the ground and pound. Nazarov looking to get out of this position. He could turn towards his opponent. He could try and stand up. He's eating these shots. Referee looking on.
Gaziev just trying to punch through for that choke.
The choke's getting closer.
He could open the guard and clamp down, eliminating that arm from the defense as well. But Nazarov doing a good job. Tried to turn in, staying active.
Gaziev's got 1 minute to make it happen in this round.
Oh, he picked out the hook there. Beautiful work now in the top
Very nice.
position. Beautiful work by Nazarov. But he's got to make the most of it. He's got 49 seconds to work. He's got to clear that left underhook. Looking to go hip to hip. Gives up the half guard. Knee shield here for Gaziev.
Watch out for the up kick.
Tornado pass here for Nazarov. And he stepped into the half guard. But again, he's got to address that right underhook. Looking to skip to mount. Gaziev turning down to attack the leg. Cage preventing that movement at the moment.
Nice little bit of improvisation there, punching through the legs to get to your opponent's face. A great fight so far, and had Bahrain chosen not to progress with these fights, we wouldn't have got this quality of fight.
It's a perfect example of anything can happen in mixed martial arts. You know, you could argue Gaziev was dominating as we look at the replay here, but Nazarov turned it around towards the end of that round. Here was the double leg from Gaziev, and he got his back flattened out, both hooks in. He took some damaging punches from this position, did Nazarov. But he dug deep and eventually turned it around, giving up the mount here.
Nazarov also appears to have hurt his knee to some extent. Corner is working the lactic acid out of the legs. Very smart technique.
A little bit of gamesmanship there, I think.
Nazarov buying himself just a little time.
Takes a mouthful of water, spits it out in the cage.
Took the water late too. Every second matters.
I would say, looking in the corners though, that Gaziev looked a little bit more tired, and in particular when he gave up that top position. There was some great switch of positions from Nazarov, no doubt about it, but it was somewhat a little bit laboured from Gaziev. He kind of almost accepted that.
Third and final round of the second to last fight of the night.
deep breath from Gaziev as well. And he's working on the outside. He's throwing long strikes. He's moving out of range.
And at any second again, you just feel that Nazarov's going to burst forward.
There'd be an idea as well for Nazarov to wear Gaziev down on the outside here now, maybe for a minute or so, and then separate, try and get the strikes, get the takedown, get the top position, look for the finish.
Has that head on the outside, which means it is susceptible to the guillotine.
Gaziev going to use the cage here, going to drop down for the single.
Smart level change, but great hips there from Nazarov. Just trying to reap that leg out.
Very nice reap.
That's the second fence grab. But then switches the position. Would he have been able to switch that position had he not held on to the cage?
I don't believe he would have. If I was the referee, I would have warned him very heavily.
So skip through here. He's got to address the right underhook, otherwise he's going to get his back taken.
Yeah.
Circled the wrong way. Now he's got to address the left underhook. By that, I mean he's got a pummel on the inside. He's got a whizzer now, which gains him some sort of control in the top in the form of putting his chest down.
But ideally, he's going to want to get that underhook.
Exactly.
Now he has the back.
Nice. We're seeing Nazarov now really come to fruit. And I believe it's because Gaziev is getting a little bit tired here. And he could be trying to conserve his energy as well. Given the fact that he's already can progress. Yeah, this fight doesn't matter to him if he wins or loses it. It might be a moral defeat, but the team's going to go forward into the semis. And he does look tired as well. Coming up to the last 35 seconds of round 3.
Big deep breath again from Gaziev. Another takedown from Nazarov.
Nazarov undoubtedly could steal this round, but you could definitely put forward that he needs to look for a finish to win this fight. Gaziev looking to break the grip here. He just simply doesn't have much energy to force the hips forward and pummel the hands down, but that's it. Bahrain and Tajikistan go the distance.
Difficult round to call. Oh, sorry, difficult fight to call. I'd say that last round was very much Nazarov's. The first round would go to Gaziev. Second round, this is where the contention may come in, but
it was a nice takedown, as you alluded to. He held the cage and would have been able to use the switch with the left arm. Undoubtedly so. I mean, an excellent round from Nazarov. You've got to be happy with that coming forward in the third round, turning it around. He had a nice sweep as well early on in the fight. Go to our judges' scorecards here at Cage Side of the MMA Super Cup 2022. Stay tuned for the official decision coming your way momentarily. Sebastian Martinez will announce the official winner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score of about 29-28 for your winner. Fighting out of a blue corner and representing Bahrain, Gaziev!
Just like that, we are down to one last fight of a long and beautiful day of fights.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to continue and round off with our final bout of the evening, contested at heavyweight. Let's welcome to the cage, fighting out of Team Bahrain, Sultan Gapisov! And let's welcome to the cage his opponent, representing Team Tajikistan, Anvar Langachiev. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final bout of the evening. Let's introduce first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing Team Bahrain, Sultan Gapisov. And his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Tajikistan, Anvar Langachiev. And the referee in charge of this contest is Katalin Otelea.
We welcome the big boys in the cage, 120.2 kilograms in the blue corner. Sultan Gapisov, his opponent, Anvar Langachiev in the red. Gapisov from Bahrain, Langachiev from Tajikistan. The last fight of the day here. And we've got the big boys in the cage.
Always a little bit more entertaining with the heavyweights, isn't it? There's just a mystique around a heavyweight fight.
Sultan looks like a man with a plan.
Oh, turning back kick to the midsection.
Anvar trying to get in on the takedown early.
Yeah, I think Langachiev was hurt by that turning back kick, and it's what prompted him to initiate the takedown. He's got caught in a guillotine here.
Gapisov wisely lets go of the neck. Would have left himself susceptible to the likes of a Von Flue choke in that position.
For Langachiev now, he's going to pummel that arm in, control the head, control the arm. He could look to skip that left leg across the belly.
Yeah, could hit knee
Gapisov
on
for
belly.
the mount.
Yep.
That's the ample time to do that when you're... Oh, nice sweep from Gapisov. Beautiful work now in the top position.
Just used Anvar's momentum against him. A little bit too hurried in his haste to get into that mount position.
Gapisov with some nice head pressure now. Again, mixed martial arts in the realm of wrestling. This is what we see. Heavy top pressure, heavy hips, head pressure. Body, head, ground and pound.
Digging in for the underhook is Anvar. Gapisov leaving very little space.
He's doing a great job of following the hips as well. He doesn't allow Anvar to get the angle for that, and even then he reverses out of that armbar. Gapisov's corner calling for him to take a step back here. Just over 30 seconds left on the clock. Referee calling for a stand-up. This is where it gets interesting. Heavy leather being thrown by these two heavyweights.
The head kick wasn't far away.
Oh, turning back kick missed. Take a look at the replay here. There was that turning back kick. Langachiev felt that one, which prompted him to chase for this, the single leg. Briefly tasted the guillotine, did Gapisov. There was a beautiful sweep, used his frame on the hip as well to initiate that. Look at that turning back kick straight to the midsection. We get set for round 2 of our final fight of the day. Gapisov in the blue, Langachiev in the red.
Work in the midsection is Gapisov. Oh, that's a nice shot. Looks like a corkscrew lead uppercut.
Amazing speed for a man that size.
Magomedov again getting the takedown, but needs to be wary of getting his back taken here if Gapisov throws the leg over.
Gapisov with the connection here. He's trying to stifle the hips and also lift the hips up towards the sky. Makes it difficult for Langachiev to pull the hips close to his opponent, which gains him leverage underneath to secure double legs, single legs.
May even choose to try and roll him over his head.
Very important relationship between the coach who's right near us and Anvar. Anvar actually looked over his shoulder for advice. He's doing it right now, and he's receiving it.
Oh, Langachiev's giving up the back, some ground and pound incoming. Heavyweight action here at the MMA Super Cup. Langachiev's got to fight the hands in this position. He's got to force the hands downward and then fire his hips out. Hip heist his hips to the sky to force the breakage of the arms and then circle into his opponent.
Needs to be careful when he's landing those knees. Needs to make sure they're not on the spine. Couple of deep breaths there from Anvar.
Langachiev could expose a side control position on that left side. He's got to drag Langachiev away from the cage, however, to do that. He could also opt to walk up the legs. So the right leg in play now. He could use that as a slice position across the right leg of Langachiev's. Seconds left as we get the stand up. Basilio Langachiev pull the trigger here.
Going into our third and final round of today. You have
Very
to believe
impressive. Eldar got a chair, a stool, underneath his fighter almost instantly.
Take a look at the
Anvar,
replay.
of
Here was
course,
that
still
corkscrew
standing.
uppercut. That was beautiful. And the shake-off by Langachiev. There's the anti-wrestling that enabled Gapisov to get this back position. There's some heavy strikes in this position here. But Langachiev weathered the storm. Show of sportsmanship here before the third and final round. 3 minutes on the clock. Heavy kicks from Gapisov.
Oh, land it clean. And then land it with a head kick. He's smelling blood in the water.
Langachiev in trouble, backing up, calling for an adjustment of the glove. He's got to be careful. He's got to intelligently defend himself at all time.
Gapisov really starting to turn it up now, diversifying with his portfolio strikes. Keeping the hands a little bit low just to invite Anvar in.
Gapisov on the outside. Look at the switch stances again to invite, like you say, that head kick, changing levels as well to bring the hands down. Spinning back fist from Langachiev.
Another spinning back kick. And on the guillotine, Armin, traditionally a little bit harder to finish. Now in the full side control, needs to let go of the neck.
Yeah, this is where this Von Flu can come into play.
Yep.
Langachiev needs to put his left shoulder onto the right side with the face here of Gapisov.
And if he can get that arm underneath the neck as well, just to really level that shoulder in.
Yeah, and then he'll, let it go. Gapisov taking an opportunity to get some breath back, but he gave up the mount. Langachiev now looking to posture up. He's got to break the grip. A minute left to work. He's going to drag his opponent towards the cage.
He's also very wisely dragging his opponent towards his own corner. Sultan can no longer hear his coach, Eldar Eldarov, and he's got a direct line on a telephone coming from his coaching staff.
That's an armbar attempt here.
Sneaks out the back.
Great awareness from Gapisov. 30 seconds left on the clock. Neither looking to re-engage at this point.
We got a crazy kick coming. Here comes a kick.
Switching stances, that's usually indicative of a spin kick coming. Oh, rattles the leg with that kick.
Gapisov making Langachiev pay in the dying seconds. Turning back kick. Swing and a miss from Langachiev. What a great showcase put on by the heavyweights. And again, they didn't have to do that for us. They put on the show. And they both laid down in the cage here. Langachiev off of his back. A hard-fought fight. But you could definitely argue there, gentlemen, that Gapisov could potentially have taken that one.
Yeah, I think you'd be correct to say so. And the two fights that Bahrain chose to undertake, even though they didn't have to, were hard fights. You know, they all went the distance.
Some exceptional kicks and punches here from Gapisov.
Cage time obviously invaluable to the Bahrain national team.
Oh, turning back kick. That was beautiful. Spinning heel kick. Look at this. Going up top. Oh! Clean. Clean. Langachiev definitely got a chin on him. He's hunting for for that turning back hit. That one just got the
All
sole
right,
of the
ladies
foot.
and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score about 30-27 in favor of your winner via unanimous decision. Fighting out of the blue corner and Team Bahrain, Sultan Gapisov! All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes day 1 of competition and the quarterfinals here at the 2022 MMA Super Cup, hosted in the gorgeous city of Manama, Kingdom of Bahrain. Thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for the semi-finals. Thank you very much, and good night.